Today I'm going to be continuing and possibly finishing my Stardew Valley bingo card challenge. So if you guys haven't already watched part 1, I'll have it linked in the description box and comments below, as well as the cards up above, so if you want to catch up on it, you can. But if not, allow me to quickly refresh you guys on the goal of the challenge. Allow me to give you guys a little bit of backstory for this challenge. Initially, I came up with this challenge because I was wanting to play a Stardew Valley challenge, and you would be surprised how few challenges there are out there for Stardew. Due to the nature of Stardew, I couldn't switch most of the Sims 4 challenges that I know and love over to being a more Stardew-like one, except for one, a bingo challenge. Recently in The Sims, a new trend had popped up among the community at the time of completing a bingo-style sheet. No one had done it yet for Stardew that I was aware of, so I thought it would be a pretty cool challenge to try. Previously, I had completed the mini-series in 3 videos, but I just knew that I could do it faster. So very recently, I decided that I was going to try it again, and this time I was going to try to complete it in 1 setting. But that was unfortunately not to be, but perhaps it would be possible to do it in 2, which is what I'm trying to accomplish today. If I'm being honest, when I started out today, I thought I would be completing this challenge quite quickly into my session. All I had to do at the start of the day was reach level 5 fishing and complete a boiler room bundle or get level 5 or higher as a weapon, which meant that I was going to be spending the majority of my time either fishing or mining. Honestly, after playing 100 days of Stardew, which you should totally check out if you haven't already, shameless plug, I know, I'm really tired of doing any fishing, but I told myself that level 5 fishing wouldn't take that long to achieve, so I continued on. First things first though, I did some mining, which included an infested floor, which was honestly quite a blow to that day's strategy, but I did get a little bit further, so I guess it was kind of a win. Then I crafted up 5 scarecrows, just so I could mark that off my bingo sheet. Even if I wasn't going for a row that involved it, I still wanted to mark off as much as possible. I placed those around my crops after I gathered enough wood for all of them, and that's when I had my major breakthrough. Using Stardew, in order to unlock the boiler room bundles, you have to complete 2 bundles first. The easiest bundles to complete are the crafting room bundles, particularly the seasonal based foraging one. I've already got the supplies to complete the spring foraging bundle once the community center opens up, which is one of the 2 that I'll need to unlock for the boiler room. Originally, my plan was to just sleep until summer so that I could get those forage items. However, when I was getting wood for my scarecrows, I realized that I could just do the construction bundle this spring. The wood and stone would be easy enough to gather, the only problem would be the hard wood, since that requires the copper axe upgrade. But since I had to do a lot of mining for the 2 bingo mark-offs I wanted to complete this episode anyway, the copper wouldn't be too hard to gather, and I could use the profits from all the fishing that I had to do to reach level 5 fishing to pay Clint for the upgrade. Speaking of Clint, although it wasn't actually necessary to today's goals and really anyway, I did go ahead and break open my geodes because I really just couldn't help myself. There's something about your inner Stardew player that when you have geodes, you have to open them. Most of the goodies I sold for extra cash so that I could purchase some crab pots later to get my fishing XP up faster, and of course buy some trout soup and my copper axe upgrade later from Clint. But when I got extra goodies, I couldn't help but stop by the museum and let the completionist in me donate a little bit, which hopefully I won't regret doing later. Another thing that I was doing today while I mined was kill all the mobs that I could, because I also wanted to mark off the complete a monster eradication goal at some point, and I knew that the cave insects would be the easiest ones to do, other than maybe the duggies, but that would require me to stay in one spot to mine. And obviously I wanted to get as far in the mines as I could. You might be wondering what I mean at some point, and the truth is that part is up to you guys. I'm more than willing to turn this into a complete the entire bingo sheet challenge if you comment and tell me that you want to see that. I also went ahead during this video and gave Abigail a loved gift of amethyst to mark off giving a marriage candidate a loved gift on my bingo sheet. just in case you guys do want me to continue the series after I complete a row. The hardest goals I would have to complete for that would definitely be completely filling a barn and coop, and harvesting a giant crop, since that would take a lot of planting due to the chances of getting one being pretty low. I think I've only ever harvested a giant crop like maybe twice in my entire Stardew career, which in nearly 400 hours is quite a low chance. Since the save was just for the bingo challenge, I didn't add the extra challenge of remixing the community center bundles or the mine rewards, but that could definitely be an added difficulty layer for next time that I attempt this challenge. One thing I definitely hadn't thought through before playing it this time though, was how much mining I was going to have to do. To my utter shock, the mining was actually worse this challenge than the fishing, because at least the fishing was only level 5, but reaching the levels necessary to mine the iron and gold ore, that was much more monotonous. I tried to tell myself that reaching level 80 was a separate goal on the sheet, but to be honest, the mining still took way too long. I found a lot of really good gems in the mine, such as topaz, quartz, and amethyst, as well as a few geodes, and even some hardwood from a crate, which will definitely make getting that for the construction bundle a lot easier. I also needed to meet Jazz to complete my introductions quest so that I could unlock the gifting quest, which I'm not going to lie, I forgot how much it gave you, so I was expecting more than what I got from the quest completion, but oh well. For some reason, Jazz is always the last villager that I have to meet for this quest, and I think it's because the kids in Stardew, aka her and Vincent, are really easy for me to forget about interacting with, which, due to the romance partners that I've been choosing lately in my Stardew Valley saves, I have been having to interact with them more often, and I honestly think it's really fun to do. I haven't seen most of their cutscenes before, so it's been really interesting to explore them. Although I've got to say, I do skip the sewer cutscene each and every time now that I've seen it, and I highly recommend that you do so as well. That cutscene is just way too long. I debated whether or not to sell the spring seeds that I got for completing the spring foraging bundle when I finally opened up the donating portion of the community center, but I eventually settled on selling them. I could have planted them and harvested them for a gold quality crop, but that seemed like it would be a whole lot of work for something I didn't really need today, and honestly I needed to lock in and get deeper in the mines anyway, and I didn't have time for watering crops every day, because that was definitely going to lower my energy by way too much, and it was going to set me back by quite a lot in the mines. But it did seriously hurt my soul to do so, as now that I've discovered the foraging seeds to tea sapling pipeline, I haven't been able to stop planting them. The tea sapling money is just too good, I fear. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, basically once you reach 2 hearts with Caroline and unlock her tea room, aka the greenhouse at the back of Pierre's, she will send you a tea sapling recipe in the mail the next day. The recipe is pretty easy, just some fiber, wood, and of course any foraging seeds that you have. The tea saplings themselves sell for a whopping 250 grams each. And considering how easy they are to make, it's really not that hard using this method to make 20,000 to 30,000 grams from just saplings in one day. While I grieved the loss of all the potential profits that I could have made, I went into the mines and pretty much spent the rest of my time there. I did spend some time above ground after that, just so I could get some sun for my poor Stardew Valley character, so I did some tree chopping and went to Clint's to donate my axe for an upgrade to copper. I also did some donating to the construction bundle to make sure that when my axe was finished, I'd be able to get the last of the resources for it. Now all I had to do was get the iron and gold ores. While I waited on my copper axe, I spent my days mining in hopes that I would hopefully make it to the iron and gold ore levels soon. I almost had 2 different rows completed by now, and I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Although this challenge hadn't really taken me that long to complete, it felt like it, especially since I was wanting to get it done in one episode, which I still stand by is completely possible, and maybe I'll even try it again. One thing I would really like to do as well is continue playing in this save after I complete the bingo challenge and see if I can make this seem more like it was a regular save and less like a challenge save. As we approach the end of this video, I would like to point out the main differences between this challenge and the last time that I tried it. The final stats for the last world when I completed it were strikingly similar in some ways and vastly different than others. It was Sunday the 14th when I ended the video, and I had completed the sheet on the 13th. My total earnings were 3,038 grams, minus the free square that I had completed. I had completed over 11 of the squares, and almost completed 2 different bingo rows. A few of our goals had been the same, but most of the sheet was vastly different. I completed level 43 in the mines, which was one of the last goals that I had to complete to get the bingo, and on my hopefully speedy bingo farm, I made 12,611 grams and completed it in 13 days, finishing the video on the 14th. Overall, that means this farm made 9,573 grams more than the previous and was completed in less time. So I think that would render this challenge a semi-success. As a bonus for staying till the end of the video, here is a cute fun fact that I found out about beagles, since we are approaching the beagle baby's 5th birthday, which honestly I cannot believe, because it feels like just yesterday she was a puppy. That about does it for today's video, so if you guys have enjoyed, then please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because that really helps out the channel, and especially do so if you guys enjoy Stardew Valley content, and be sure to check out the 2 videos that are going to be popping up very soon on the screen or in the cards up above. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!